Alrighty, girls, it started recording. We're just gonna start. I'll try and admit people as they go. There we go. But I think all of us are on here and are ready. So first of all, I just wanted to say congratulations to everybody who hit goals this month. It was truly amazing. It just, I don't know, Liz, if you have anything to say, but it was just insane. Like, it was like one after the other after the other. Stephanie de la Vega double ranked this month. And I am just so happy. Even if you didn't rank this month, like, we have all been there. Guys, I didn't rank this past month. I stayed where I was, and I was totally okay with it because I'm helping all of you girls. And there is nothing more satisfying than seeing you guys rank and get those bonuses. It makes me even more happy. Like, last night, I could not fall asleep. I kept tossing and turning, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is insane. How is this happening? I think every day Liz and I just text each other and we're like, how? Like, we literally started this because we loved the product. That was literally it. We loved the product. And to see just everybody getting their bonuses and just ranking and adding new people to the team, like, it just really has been an amazing thing. I wanted to, if you guys have your calendars, I wanted to get a little more organized. In the beginning, I was like, okay, I'm going to do trainings every single Tuesday, but that can get a little too much. And that can just be a little too much work. I think as some of us are starting to get a little more involved and a little more in the leadership roles, maybe I can do a training one Tuesday, someone else can do a training another Tuesday. But for now, I think I'm going to do 3 trainings this month. And the reason for that is because we're going to have a Spanish one and 2 English ones. Okay. If you don't speak Spanish, you don't have to be in the one for the Spanish one. They are going to be slightly different just because our Spanish group is just growing, and we might have a new completely Spanish speaking person in our team coming up. So I want to be able to cater to them a little bit more when it comes to like the beginning stages. So if you are new and you want to be in those trainings, then that's totally fine. The other thing that I was talking to Liz about was that, and to Karen about, is that some of us that want to grow our business a little more towards the Spanish community need to practice some of these words in Spanish, because I mean, I don't know how to say a lot of the words that are like particularly monat language in Spanish. So my Spanish may be okay, but that doesn't mean I know the monat language. So if you want to be in those Spanish ones too, just so you start hearing, then totally fine. I'm logging in to both my work calendar and my regular calendar because I want to give you guys the right dates. Next week, Tuesday. It's not going to let me log on. Okay, there we go. Next week, Tuesday, so the 8th, Tuesday the 8th, we're going to have Spanish training, okay? And it's going to be at 7 p.m. as well. I'm typing this down as you guys are, at 7 p.m. as well. And this is gonna be more focused. It's gonna be more of like, you just got a new VIP, what do you give them? Okay, what do you recommend for new VIPs? Okay, so what do you recommend for new VIPs? This, what do you recommend for new VIPs, is something that got recorded in English. So if you didn't make it to that training is on the Sister Monat Am I getting cut off? Because I feel like I see you guys kind of frozen and then unfreeze. Okay. So if you didn't see that one in English, it's recorded. It's on Sister Sisters Market Partner Facebook, or on YouTube. If you look for me on YouTube, or I'll send the link in the Voxer as soon as we're done with this training. Someone remind me. I'll send that one in English, but we'll have that one in Spanish. And then the next training for in English will be the 29th. Does that kind of work with everybody? It's after Christmas. I can get a thumbs up. It'll be at 7 p.m. Okay, perfect. So the 29th at 7 p.m. That one will be an English one. And I think we'll keep it 7. We were thinking of doing 8:30, but we're trying to be mindful. We know Leslie's probably the one on here that wakes up super, super early, and we want to like 40 minutes tops and like be done, because I know that it's a struggle to get up early. Okay, perfect. I don't have a specific thing to train about on the 29th. So if you guys can think of something, or are really wanting something in particular, please, please, please let me know. Okay. Hi, puppy. Let's get into it. I wanted to go over the main products in Monat. Okay. We know that Monat is vegan. Woo! We almost dropped the camera, silly goose. Hey, I think we're gonna need to call Daddy to come get you. This is how mischievous this kid is. Okay. Monat is a vegan line. Monat is a line that doesn't use any chemicals. Give me a second, guys. Girls, he has a man bun, he has bobby pins, and he has Rejuvenate oil in his hair. Ve con papi. Diles bye. Diles bye. Bye. Mándales besitos. Good job. Okay. Ve con papi. Alrighty, girls. Sorry. All of our products in one way or another have 3 products in it, okay? The first one, and it's a hard one to pronounce. All of them are hard ones to pronounce, which sucks. But the first one is procataline, okay? Procataline, procataline. This is a pea extract, like pea, like the vegetable pea. This extract is rich in like powerful antioxidants. Okay, so it supports the appearance of healthy, younger looking hair, and it helps protect the hair from environmental factors. So when people ask you, okay, cool, like Monat is new, Monat is vegan, but what makes it different from other vegan lines? This is one of the biggest, most different thing that Monat has with other vegan products. It's that it protects your hair from environmental factors by using just a simple vegetable extract, which is crazy. Okay, so that's the #1 product. The second one is Capixul. And I think Liz, thank you, Liz, you're sending over some notes on the chat to make it a little bit easier. Capixul is Capixyl. This is a natural blend of natural peptides, okay? You can go really, really deep into it and say that it is an acetyl tetrapeptide 3 and clover extract, and you can go really deep into that and Google exactly what that peptide does in our body. But guys, don't go too crazy. You can say Capixul is a natural blend of natural peptides that help strengthen and thicken hair while increasing hair density. And remember, our language is very important. You want to say it can help, it may help, not it's going to straighten your hair and thicken it while increasing your hair density. Because even though all of us have had really good experiences with how our hair looks and how our hair feels and the manageability of it, we aren't everybody. And because you are using natural products, you don't know how other people's hair is going to react. Okay? So very, very important. As a Monat representative, I need to make sure that I tell my customers, this is my experience. This is the experience of all my market partners. This is the experience of my VIPs. I can't tell you any more than that because I am just telling you for experience. Okay. Use your own story. If you have not gotten on Instagram and done a live or posted pictures about your own personal hair and what it's doing to your hair, that is something you need to do this week. Because your story is going to talk a lot more. You guys have no idea. The months that I have posted before and afters of my hair are the months where I get the most VIPs because I'm talking about product. I'm talking about what it did to me, not to anybody else. Yes, it helps to post pictures of someone else. Yes, it helps to post pictures of your VIPs, of our upline even, but nothing speaks more than your own experience, okay? The last one is Crotasorb, okay? This is a UV absorbing formula. So it's actually patented. So no one else can use this formula ever in any product. This preserves the natural pigmentation of hair and keeps strands protected and strong. Okay, this, because of the Crotasorb in all of our product, this is why all our products are safe for color hair, because it will hold on to the pigmentation of that hair, of that not hairstyle, of that hair color. Okay. Okay, so all of those three together obviously help with natural hair growth. Natural hair growth. You need to remind people of that. It helps with your natural hair growth. It's not a magic potion where they're going to put it on their hair and bam, in 2 days they're going to have hair. Okay. It reduces the production of DHT, which is the hormone that contributes to hair loss. Okay. And this one is, in particular, it's like a supplement. You are putting a supplement in your hair. That's the way you can compare it. So we use supplements in our everyday life so that we can have a better immune system, a better digestion support. So it's reduces the production of DHT hormone. And that one contributes to hair loss. So this is why it's not necessarily that it's going to stop your hair loss or that you're going to see like a huge dramatic change in like days. But it's the fact that we're taking a supplement and putting it in our scalp and reducing all those hormones that contribute to hair loss. Okay. Because of this supplement that you're adding and nutrition that you're adding to your scalp and your hair, it also combats premature thinning. As we all know, it enhances color and shine. A big thing that all of these together do is reduces scalp and inflammation. Okay, so anybody with eczema, anybody with really dry scalp, Psoriasis. Yes, Leslie, psoriasis. All of that stuff, it's really going to help just calm the inflammation. It's not going to take your psoriasis away. It's not going to take your eczema away. But I have a lot of VIPs who suffer from psoriasis or eczema. And they said, like, they just have seen a huge, huge, huge help on their scalp and sometimes on their face and hands by using the Rejuvenique oil. Okay. Guys, it hydrates. Okay. So all of these really, really helps with hydration of the scalp and the hair, which the more hydrated that your scalp and hair strands are, the stronger and the thicker they will become, because your hair follicles will be even more hydrated. So it's kind of like an oil change in the car, right? You have to do oil changes. You have to put water in your car in order for it to run smoothly. It's the same way in your scalp. If your scalp is not hydrated, if your scalp does not have the natural oils that it needs to have, it's either going to reproduce like a lot of oil, which is how we get oily scalps, or it's going to, if you're using tons of product with tons of oil in your hair, your scalp actually knows, this is how amazing our hair is. Your scalp actually, or our bodies actually knows, this is way too much oil for me. I'm just going to stop producing. Your body compensates depending on what you're putting into it. Okay. So if you're putting tons of product in your hair that have tons of silicone, tons of oil, tons of this, tons of that, your body says, I'm going to stop making these. This is the reason why, and I'm going to obviously do an antibiotic correlation here because nursing is just, it's the way that my brain works. So sorry, but I need to picture something else in order to make something make sense. Antibiotics. When doctors give you antibiotics, they say, take this for 7 days, make sure you finish all of the antibiotics. The reason for that is because your body is so smart that if you stop the antibiotic before the days that it's given for, it learns to combat the antibiotic. So when a doctor prescribes you that same antibiotic the next time, it's not going to work, because your body already knows how to get rid of it. When you use it at your complete time, the antibiotic does the work that it needs to do. It combats whatever bacteria you're trying to get rid of. So the next time that you use it, it'll be able to work the exact same way, because your body, you didn't give it the body time to get stronger than the antibiotic. It's the same thing when we add stuff to our hair. When we're adding tons of oil to our hair, our body just stops producing that strength that it needs to give to your hair. And so it'll not produce any of the natural oils, therefore giving you a very dry scalp, a scalp that when you stop using the products that you're using will now become super irritated and super dry, because your brain has forgotten how to make those natural oils. Okay, so you want to use something, and here's the beautiful thing about it, because we've all heard it, that balances the pH in your scalp. So this is why our oil is so important. Rejuvenique is a Monat exclusive. It's patented. No other company can offer a product that includes this oil blend. Okay. It's a great standalone product. Guys, if there's people in your life that are having issues with their hair or their scalp or their skin, don't be afraid to literally just sell them Rejuvenique oil. There are VIP customers that only get the oil, and they get it every month or sometimes multiple times a month. That is the only thing that they're getting. We all know it's a 13 plus natural plant and essential oil combination. It's rich in omega fatty acids, in antioxidants, And this is the part that makes this different. It is highly compatible with skin and hair of humans. Your body, you can take as many supplements as you want, including even vitamins. But if they are not made in a natural form, made out of ingredients that are plant-based, your body accepts less than 50% of them. And that's because you're not introducing something to it that is compatible. So you could be people spend millions of dollars on skincare that has chemicals in them, but that their skin is not going to absorb whatsoever. It may give a difference in a very long period of time because it absorbs very little at a time. But the difference between our stuff and other stuff is that it is very compatible to the natural oils in our skin, in our scalp, on our face. So it'll immediately infuse into your hair, into your skin, giving it that resilience, that shine, that all that stuff that it needs. Okay. Going back really quick to those 3 products, the Procataline, Capixul, and Crotasorb. It protects from harmful oxidants in the air. So very important to educate people and letting them know your hair and your scalp breathe, your skin breathes. Therefore, depending on where you live, then that's where it's going to affect your hair, your scalp, your skin. Our water, unless you're using Kagan water, talk to Lizette if you're interested. In your shower, our water has tons of harmful oxidants in it, sadly. So if you are not protecting your hair, washing your hair with stuff that is protecting you from all these harmful environmental factors, even the water in your shower is going to mess them up. So a really cool thing, when I lived in France, my hair literally got up to my waist, and it was the most amazing I had ever seen it. I wasn't using any crazy shampoo or anything. I was buying whatever I could find at whatever grocery store. But I lived right under the Alps. I was washing my hair with water that was not, oh my God, what do you call it? Well, purified. Okay. It was cleaned, but not purified, which is crazy because in the States, we're taught to drink water that is solely 100% purified. It takes away all of the natural minerals from the water. And that is what the water in our shower is. The water that I was using was actually giving nutrients to my scalp that was making my hair grow. We don't have that in the States. We're never going to have that in the States unless you live in Big Bear and you get water straight from the river. And even then, sometimes it can be not that great. So all of this stuff will smooth the cuticle and create less breakage. And this is why for your girls that have the very, oh my gosh, what do you call it? The super bleached hair. This is going to help that breakage stop. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to zoom in my thing here. For those of you girls that are a little bit more new, your Rejuvenique oil, there's 2 kinds. There's an intense and there's a light. Really, the light hardly anybody uses. I still don't have someone that prefers the light over the intense. It is the exact same blend. The light is just less, oh my goodness, why can't I think of it? It is less Oh my gosh. Someone help me. It's less intense. No, I'm trying to think of a word. Oh my gosh. Concentrated. Thank you,
I
Karen.
was about to say that.
Yes, it is less concentrated. Okay. So it's the same exact ingredients, less concentrated. A lot of people like using the light on their face. I am not a super oily person. I've realized that Rejuvenique oil tends to really absorb really quickly into the skin, even where if I put it on, I don't feel like I'm oily whatsoever. I actually use it as a base for my makeup. I no longer use a makeup base foundation or a base for my before my foundation. I just use Rejuvenique oil. And it doesn't make me shiny or creamy or anything. But that's the big difference between the two. And if you have someone that's really skeptical and says, no, 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 my face is super oily, my scalp is super oily, I need to go with the light, and tell them, okay, try the light, but trust me, the intense is going to work just as good. Okay. You can use it as a pre-shampoo treatment. So you can put it on your damp hair. A lot of girls damp their hair before putting it on, which I have found is a really good thing, because when your hair is damp, as it dries, it absorbs even more of it. So you guys can do that, and then just rinse, shampoo, and condition as usual. Okay. You can use as a hydrating treatment. So you put it on your hair, and then you put a warm towel on it, or you sit in your restroom while it's steaming hot, whichever one you want to do. And so it just opens up all of that. Okay. So kind of like what you do. I don't know if you guys still do it, but I remember my mom doing this Let's Facial night. She would turn on the pot with water, and she'd have us put our face on it and put a towel over so that all the nasty stuff would come out of your face. Kind of the same thing when you do it with a warm towel. And then just applying a small amount of it after you style, for an anti-frizz and like a leave-in treatment. I'm gonna go, let's see, I'm trying to read the chat. See, there you go. Perfect. So Karen just said, Yessie, who is our new market partner and is here on this training, she uses it because she's super sensitive. So not just super oily people, but if you're super sensitive on your skin or your hair, or someone with tons of allergies, things like that, this would be a good one to use the light. Okay, I'm gonna send you guys just a quick like Monat hair care guide. I don't know. I've been like back and forth about this because a lot of them is not the way that like Melody has taught us how to use the shampoos, but it's a quick like overview that if you really, really needed to, we could use. But those are the main things and the most important things in our hair care, okay? I'm now gonna go over just really quick some products in our skincare that make our skincare different from everything else, besides the fact that it's plant-based and that it's vegan. Sorry, girls, my thing closed out my paper that I had. Okay, here we go. Okay, so there are 4 that I'm gonna go over, okay? Most of our skincare has Rejuvenique S, which is the lighter version of Rejuvenique. And it's specifically for our skin. Okay, so Rejuvenique S hydrates, moisturizes, nourishes. Hydrates, moisturizes, nourishes. Remember, the way you take care of a car, you need to take care of your skin. You need to moisturize it, you need to hydrate it, you need to nourish it. If you don't do that, microblading has become super popular in the skincare community, in the dermatology community. it basically takes off your cells from your face, which is amazing if you have skin issues and you have all of that. But people who don't, or who have normal to combination skin and don't have like a skin issue, like an actual medical skin issue, are now doing these microblading stuff and actually ripping away their old and new skin. And it can be very irritating. Can you hear me? Okay. I don't know what happened. It said connecting. I really hope this didn't mess up the recording. Okay. Natural fruit acids is what can be compared to strong exfoliation or microblading. Natural fruit acids, most of the people you hear them call it AHAs. It's an alpha hydroxy acid. I know some of you are taking notes, so I want to make sure. Alpha hydroxy acid. Okay. And this supports natural cellular turnover. So it gently exfoliates, taking the dead skin off and adding that brand new regeneration of cellular production. I know you guys have heard Chrissy say it over and over. Once you turn 25, your cellular turnover goes down. So it doesn't happen as quickly. It helps with the appearance of age spots, fine lines, wrinkles, but it also refines pores. So it makes your skin nice and just more smooth appearance. So what HAAs, like what has alpha hydroxy acids? What is, where are we getting these from? And this is the cool part, guys, because we're getting it from sugar, mango, banana, and tartaric acids. So anything that's tardy, any fruit that is tardy. Which mainly we get it from caja, which it's CAJA, like caja, like box, for those of us that speak Spanish. But it's a fruit. If you guys have never seen it, it literally looks like a yellow plum almost. But that's where we get that tartic acid. And that particular fruit has a ton of other ingredients in it that's really, really good as a natural exfoliator. Okay. The cool thing about all of this is that it's just really cool that we get all this stuff from actual natural things. Very important, because we did have in the Sister crew, one person completely react like crazy to our skincare. And it was because the market partner didn't know that it had banana in it, and the person was very highly allergic to bananas. So like I said, the way we say things, the way we promote our product, very, very important to tell people we're actually using legit fruits and vegetables. You need to be careful if someone has allergies, okay? We might need to add that to our little questionnaire. Do you have any allergies to any foods or fruits or vegetables? Okay, that might be a good one. A peptide. So this peptide tightens and plums. Okay. Peptides. And this one, they're not going to tell us what it is because this is a monat exclusive peptide. But it helps support natural collagen, okay, on our skin. The number one fruit that is used in both our serums, okay, this is something that you're going to find in the Rewind Age Control Nectar and in the C Radiance Illuminating Serum, is Kakadu Plum, Kakadu. It brightens the skin, plumps the skin, and protects it. Kakadu plum is an Australian superfruit. It contains one of the most concentrated and potent vitamin C sources. There are very few things that grow in our earth that have this much high concentrations of vitamin C. And I'm actually going to Google it because I've never Googled the concentration of it. So most natural vitamin C sources only have about 2% of vitamin C. But it says here, the Kakadu plum tops the scale with vitamin C levels of 3.5 to 5.9% of its weight. So it's about 50 times more vitamin C than an orange. So it's about one plum packs 481 milligrams of vitamin C. This is insane because our daily value of vitamin C that we should be taking, I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but the Kakadu plum has 530% of the daily volume that you should be taking on a daily basis. So it has way more than the daily value, 530%. Which is crazy. Also rich in vitamin E, rich in antioxidant. It has a lot of benefits, guys. I almost want to buy a Kakadu plum from Australia and just eat it because it has benefit eye health. It is a huge supernatural food. I suggest you guys Google it and find out all these crazy, like I'm just looking at stuff and a lot of them is from like Australian Native Food and Botanical like organization. It's huge. Anyway, sidetracked. The last one is plant-based stem cells. Okay. We use regenerating phytoelements from moss, which sounds a little gross. Plant-based stem cells that we get from regenerating phytoelements from moss. Guys, remember, you're not going to necessarily say all of these crazy words to people because I know it's a lot of information. Most people don't even want to know this stuff. But it's important for you as someone who is selling a product to know what is in our stuff, okay? Moss is basically plants, okay? Literally. Like moss, like when you go to the river and tons of moss builds up at the edges, that's what it is. But we use it obviously we regenerate it. So we create it, we grow it, not create it. We grow it in clean environment, not where like animals are going to like eat it or go there, go there and do stuff. But this strengthens and protects the things I say in these things. I don't know. Sometimes I'm afraid to post them on YouTube, guys. So this helps to lift, it helps to tighten, it helps with collagen, and it has tons of antioxidants, again, to protect from specifically the sun and environmental factors. That is skincare. Does anyone have any questions from what we just went through or anything that someone has asked? You can unmute yourself and
Can you repeat what the Rejuvenate S is for? Hydrates, nourishes, and what was the third one?
You got cut off a little bit, but the Rejuvenate S is the same as the Rejuvenate Intense, but for skin. So they just they make it a little more super active and put it in our skincare because your skin needs a lot more of the Rejuvenate than your scalp. So it's a little more concentrated than the Rejuvenate Intense, but it's the same proprietary blend.
I know that coconut oil is an ingredient in Rejuvenate oil. So does that mean that it's also in the Rejuvenate S in case someone is allergic to coconut oil? So pretty much if someone's allergic, they can't use almost anything.
Yeah, coconut's a hard one. If someone is allergic to coconut, there's a lot of stuff. We would have to, because I know we do have some shampoos, and I have to sit down with Melody and look at which ones have the highest concentration of Rejuvenate in them and which shampoos and conditioners don't have any. I know our Intense Repair conditioner and our Intense Repair shampoo have 0 Rejuvenate oil in it, which is why I'm always afraid to start people on that treatment right off the bat, because it can be a very drying one. This is why I spot dose it. So I tell the girl, some of you that have asked, when do I give Rejuvenate oil or the Intense Repair conditioner and shampoo? I usually use it as a very I use it for 2 weeks and then I go back to whatever I was using. Or I'll use the Intense Repair shampoo instead of my black shampoo, which also hardly has any Rejuvenate in it, as my first wash. And I use that for about a month, but I still use my Renew, which is the highest intensity of Rejuvenate. And then I add like smoothing shampoo or something like that. So I will try with Melody this week to find out which one has the highest and which one has the lowest concentration, so that you guys are able to help someone who doesn't, who obviously can't maybe use something with the Rejuvenate oil in it. But unfortunately, if you have an allergy to something in our Rejuvenate oil, it's going to be hard to find stuff.
I had a question in regards to that, because recently I bought something off of doTERRA and they have like different classes on how you can use like essential oils and stuff. And one of the things that they had mentioned was adding coconut refined coconut to different essential oils. Yeah, to dilute it. Would that be the case with our Rejuvenate oil Intense and Intense Light? Like, would there be more coconut oil in the light because it's being diluted more?
No,
and
I
in
think
regards,
it altogether, the Rejuvenate S has less of everything. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think that answers it then.
Yeah. Also, for people who use essential oils like doTERRA, they can use our Rejuvenate oil instead of a coconut base, to dilute their essential oils because it has a smaller molecular size than coconut oil by itself. Therefore, it absorbs into whoever's skin they're using faster. I've noticed I haven't needed to use as much as of my doTERRA oil when I mix it in my Rejuvenique oil to put it on my skin because it absorbs faster. And I'm not oily like I am with my coconut oil. Another tip on how to use it.
I didn't know that. I'll have to share it with my doTERRA person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey Ruth, so I had a
Yes.
question. So people that have oily scalps, and you recommend the Renew, but I know the Renew has the most amount of Rejuvenique in it. Is it because it's eventually going to balance the scalp that they can still use it? Okay.
Correct.
So
So it's educating people to really understand that our oil works so much different from regular oils out there in the sense that it's not going to create any buildup. It's not going to not go into their skin to nourish their skin. And it's really educating in the sense that the reason why you have, which is kind of hard sometimes to tell someone, the reason why you have an oily scalp is because you're using products that are making your body tell your scalp that you need to overproduce because whatever you're using is not good for you. It's hard to tell someone that. So you need to educate them on what the oil is going to do for them.
And adding to that, so I've been using like I have like psoriasis and like in my scalp and just kind of like dry scalp. And I was originally using the black shampoo and then using like the Revitalize and all that. But now that it's gotten colder, my scalp has gotten drier with the black shampoo. So I switched over to Renew shampoo for my first wash, and then I'll use Revitalize, blah, blah, blah. So just kind of playing around with it. And I think it's been like 2 or 3 washes and I've noticed that my scalp has kind of like the inflammation of the psoriasis has kind of calmed down. So just a heads up for anyone else who has VIPs or whatever with the same issue.
Yeah.
But isn't the black shampoo also highly concentrated in Rejuvenique?
It doesn't have a lot, and because it has a very high concentration of the mint and eucalyptus, this is why it counteracts a little bit with the oil in the sense that it can dry you out a little more.
Oh, okay. So but would you be able to just wash with the black shampoo like for a guy? Like, can they just stick to black?
I always say if your guy's hair is past their ears, they need to use something else besides the black. If their hair is above their ears, it's okay to just use the black shampoo and that's it.
It's not gonna like dry it out or anything like that, right?
No, men don't have as much of like the hormones that women have. So it doesn't work the same way. They're able to just use the black if they wanted to.
Without a conditioner, right? Like if their hair is like short, how you said. That's all.
Yep.
My boyfriend also uses
Still
the
wash
black
twice.
and is not dry or anything like that. So
yeah. Israel's bougie and he washes twice and uses conditioner even when his hair wasn't long. He used to always tell me, you're supposed to wash your hair twice. And I was like, no, you're not. And then I started Monet and he's like, I told you.
On a lot of the shampoos, like even the like drugstore ones, it says lather, rinse, repeat. And I don't think a lot of us did the repeat.
I know. Yeah. It really is how you're supposed to be washing it. I don't know why none of us ever did.
I have a question. If people, should we ask in the quiz, like, are you allergic to anything? Or because a lot of people, there's people that are allergic to coconut oil and a lot of the products have it. Should we just say, are you allergic to anything or just the coconut oil? Because then some have the fruit, and what if they're allergic to the fruit? Like, how do you?
Right. No, I would just say like most people that have very common stuff like coconut usually ask you in the beginning, or who are highly, I guess the better way to say it is when you're explaining, like when someone asks you, oh, what is monat, or what, I'm interested in buying some products. When you explain what it is, I think it's better for you to say, monat is a vegan plant-based company that uses a lot of natural oils, plants, fruits, and vegetables to make their stuff. So then that makes it a little easier, because if they know that they're allergic to an oil, a plant, a fruit, or a vegetable, then they should ask you. And guys, under your resource tab in your page, if you go to resource library and you go, for example, into hair product information, you will have a sheet, for example, styling. So you click on styling and then you go into the thickening spray. When you open up that sheet, it'll give you on the side all of the ingredients. So it'll say, for example, this one, alcohol, water, acrylates, glycerin, rice protein, fragrance, clover, flower extract, the pea extract, the tetrapeptide 3, so the peptides are in there, panthenol, wheat amino acid, soy amino acids, if someone's allergic to soy, okay, you need a thickening spray, might not be for them. Citric acid, obviously it's a ton of natural living things, and so you just need to make sure. Okay, so you will have that for every single product in your back office. You just have to look for it. Any other question before I go into something a little tiny bit more in the sense and starting this month strong?
Yes, can you go over, where was it? The, you said the fruits, you said sugar, mango, bananas. I forgot what you were talking about before that. You started listing those.
Let me look. Where am I? Here I am.
So I think you were talking about the natural fruity acids. I don't know if it was the alpha hydroxy acid.
Yes.
And getting it from sugar, mango, banana, tartaric acids, gaha.
And
Okay.
gaha.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah. So those are all the natural fruit acids. So it's the alpha hydroxy acids. And where do we get these alpha hydroxy acids, which are natural fruit acids? And it's from those, the sugar, the mango, the banana, and the caja. The tartaric acid comes mainly from the caja, which I guess is like an Australian plum, I guess you can say, which is different from the cockadoo plum. Wait, let me make sure if it does come from caja. Not sure that that one comes from Australia. Give me a second. Brazilian. It comes from Brazil. It is sister of the orange. Alrighty, girls, it's gonna be a good month. I know it for everybody. All of you guys are planting the seeds that you need to. For those of us who didn't rank up, guys, we planted so many seeds last month that I am positive that you're gonna get either a VIP or a market partner that asked you something last month that ended up not signing up or that you sent a cart to and never got back to you, you're gonna get them this month. I know you are. I am just saying it out to the world. There's a lot of amazing perks this December. Okay, guys. If you know what your rank is already, type it up. Type it up. Everybody better be typing up MMB if you have not hit MMB. Because I want everyone to get those bonuses. Everyone. It is not hard to hit MMB. I'm going to say that again. It is not hard. It takes time. It takes consistency. Sometimes it takes a little bit of courage to do maybe something you haven't done. But guys, your MMB bonus is $500, right? But during the month of December, they will give a giving back bonus of 1,000. So your total bonus for hitting MMB the month of December will be 1,500. They have never done this before, guys. This is huge, 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 huge. With that said, what do you need to hit MMB? Is you need 4 active market partners, okay? So this is the time to make sure you are messaging all of your market partners when a sale comes out. If you have market partners that are not signed up with you to sell, that's totally fine. You just need them to be active. That's it. So if there's a sale, if this Friday, you need to message them and you need to tell them. In the beginning, in the very, very beginning, sometimes me and Liz were like, you know what? I need an active MP and they're not selling and that's totally fine, but I need them to be active and I'm going to buy this sale. So I'm just going to text her and tell her, hey, you're my friend. I love you. Can I just buy whatever I was going to buy under you? Because you're not selling. And I need your support right now. And I'm actually going to buy that sale. So if I'm going to buy that sale and they're already a market partner and it's going to be the exact same price and they're not ever going to sell, let those people be the people that support your business. And let those people be the people that you say, hey, I'm going to buy this sale. Are you interested in buying it? If you're not, would it be okay if I buy it under your account? Because, yes, guys, you are not telling people. Liz is like, stop the recording. You are not telling people this, okay?